I've spent my life building social movements. My book, Relationality, is about how when we invest in relationship, it leads to healing, it leads to collective care, creativity, collective power. And it's about the reasons why so many institutions fail to make investments in relationship effectively, even when they're needed in the midst of a loneliness crisis.
Thank you so much, Porchlight Books, for putting a spotlight on this 6-year labor of love that's meant as a message to my students and to tech leaders around the world and to my kids and everyone's kids that we've got to create tech as a tool in service of the best of humanity rather than making ourselves into tools in service of more and more tech. It's an honor to be in conversation with these other excellent books, and thank you especially to everyone at the MIT Press for your wonderful work.
I'm honored to be included among the best business books of 2024 by Porchlight. My time at the World Bank taught me the vital role that infrastructure plays in economic prosperity. It really inspired me to write this book that aims to guide academics, industry leaders, and policymakers in understanding the importance of investing in local infrastructure and finding pragmatic solutions to ownership models like public and public-private partnerships. So a big thank you to everyone who supported me in this journey, especially my editors at Georgetown University Press, my colleagues, and my family, especially my family who inspired me to write this book. Thank you.
I am so honored and humbled by this recognition. I wanted to write Born to Create after a career in the performing arts and 20 plus years in corporate life. And I saw how creative thinking and doing leads to more thriving organizational cultures and better business results. I wanted more people to access their personal creativity because we are all born to create. Thank you to everyone at Porchlight for your support, the dazzling team at Greenleaf and Fast Company Press, and every single person who inspired me with their creative journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this award. As a digital anthropologist studying innovations in the Global South for the last 2 decades, this is truly a validation for not just the humanities and their critical role, but also the Global South in how they're going to shape AI for the future. And I'd like to thank my editor, Noah at MIT Press, and the entire team for really having my back on this and making this book a success. So thank you so much.
Well, congratulations, Mike. It looks like we've been honored with Porchlight's Business Book Award. Isn't that great?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. I never even thought I'd be an author. And, but it was definitely a labor of love. We rewrote it 3 times and drove some people crazy, but
and it only took us 3 years. So, yeah. Thank you, Porchlight.
I wrote The Vagina Business to show that we are on the cusp of a revolution in women's health. I wanted to change the way we both think and talk about female bodies, as well as innovation in the space. I've interviewed over 100 entrepreneurs, researchers, and investors to illustrate what is possible when tech is done well and when tech serves female bodies. As a writer, you spend many years working in almost complete isolation, and you have to motivate yourself every day. You have to overcome countless challenges every single day. So it's so rewarding to see that the book resonates with readers so strongly and that Porchlight has bestowed this honor on the Vagina Business. I'm very grateful and I'm very honored, and may books continue to change our lives.
Thank you, Porchlight, for this incredible honor and for championing books that inspire and transform how we work and live. I am deeply grateful to everyone who supported me in bringing this book to life. My amazing family, my agent, Joanna Castillo, my book coach, Bethany Saltman, my editor, Lea Sarra, Gabi Mancuso, and the entire wonderful team at Wiley. I wrote this book because I have seen burnout steal the light out of my most passionate coworkers, especially managers navigating the messy realities of modern work. This book is a call to action to reimagine work as a source of joy, purpose and connection. Let's build workplaces where we burn bright, not out. Thank you again.
It meant everything to me to see my book amongst so many other fabulous authors and ideas. I wrote the book because when I started my company, I really wanted to make it the best possible place to work, and I had no idea how to do this. So I wrote the book that I wish I could have had available to me earlier in my career to show me the way to building something better. And the reason I wrote it was really to have an impact. And so getting nominated in the category meant that this book meant something to not just myself, but to people who are reading it. And my hope is that it has a broad impact in companies all over the world. Thanks.
I'm beyond grateful to Porchlight for recognizing the Canary Code and for helping amplify its message. Our workplaces are making too many of us sick and stressed. Neurodivergent people might be the first to feel the harm, but we are canaries in coal mines. Unemployment rates for autistic people with college degrees are reported to be as high as 85%. And that is despite the fact that our productivity tends to be extremely high. So what does it say about organizations when some of the most incredible talent is excluded? It's time to create more human-centric world of work. Then we all could breathe easier, neurodivergent or neurotypical. I'm grateful for every workplace canary, and I'm grateful for every change maker who is helping to build a better world. The Canary Code is for you.
Thanks so much to Porchlight for recognizing my book, Never Not Working, for this amazing award. It is truly an honor to be in the same category as other authors that I admire and respect so much. I really believe that we can change our culture of overwork, and we can reshape how we view the ideal worker, and it's not the first person in the office and the last one to leave. I couldn't have done this without my entire team at Harvard, especially my editor, Scott Baronato. Thank you so much.
I want to thank Porchlight for the recognition of my book. You know, I started working on this during the pandemic when my listeners and readers began to express to me that while they remained proud about the work they were doing, they were growing increasingly uncomfortable with how we were actually talking about these efforts. What they called the productivity discourse was something that was unsettling them. There was something going on, something broken about the way we thought about actually accomplishing the objectives of our jobs. So it was that simple question, trying to figure out what was going on, that set me on the journey to pull this book together. So now, so many years later, that research is done, those conversations are done, the book is written, it's published, it's out there. It really is rewarding to see that finally there's people who are reading it and getting some value out of it and finding it to be useful. So thank you again. I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart the recognition of what I was working on here.
Earn It is a book about earning attention by creating real value for the people you're seeking to reach and setting a really high bar. So I can't tell you what an honor it is to be recognized by the Porchlight Business Book Awards. Porchlight, thank you so much for all you do for the industry and all the amazing support you provide for authors and terrific books. And congratulations to all the other nominees and the amazing books that you've written this year. I'm daunted to be in your company. And last of all, thank you to Jesse Finkelstein and the entire team at Page 2 Books. You've been a phenomenal partner and have brought this book to life with all your support and expertise and guidance in ways I never could have thought possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Porchlight, for recognizing everybody needs an editor. This book represents the decades of marketing and journalism experience of everyone on our team here at M. Harris & Co.
And when Publishers Weekly first wrote about the book, they described it as delightfully snarky, which is the greatest compliment I've ever received. And we've decided it's going to go on our tombstones.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this recognition.
Incredibly grateful to everyone who helped out on this journey, helped me make this journey, including my agent, Bridget Matsey, and everyone at HarperCollins Business. This book would not exist without them. I wrote Say It Well for a very simple reason. Even though I had been a speechwriter for many years, including for president, like a lot of people, I struggled with public speaking. So in this book, I went back and I tried to relearn the lessons I had learned from a president. And one of the central lessons of this book is that we can all get better, whatever our path, whatever our career. Every CEO, every executive, every employee can learn this skill. We can become better communicators. We can connect with each other and communicate with civility and empathy and greater understanding that brings us closer together and makes our organizations more effective. So again, thank you, Porchlight. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for spreading this message. Thank you for helping more people say it well.
At the core of Shareworthy is our belief in the transformative power of advertising, not just to sell products, but to create meaningful impact, shift perspectives, and inspire positive action.
Consumers have never had higher expectations for brands, not just in terms of delivering value, but in terms of reflecting values. For brands, that's a challenge, and it's also an opportunity. Robin Land and I are honored to be recognized alongside such extraordinary business book authors. We're grateful to Porchlight for this special award, and I'd also like to thank our editor, Brian C. Smith, and the entire team at Columbia University Press.
Greg and I are excited to see how others in the industry will embrace the idea of using advertising to help shape a brighter future. Thanks again.
Thank you for this honor. It is such an enormous treat to know that this book touched other people and that it made a difference in their lives. And such an enormous honor to be recognized by Porchlight. So thank you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And I hope that we all read and write great books going forward. Thank you, Porchlight, and thank you to all of you.
I would like to thank Porchlight for recognizing the life and death of the American worker, the immigrants taking on America's largest meatpacking company, for the Best Business Book Award. This book is dedicated to the immigrant workers, many of whom are undocumented, who uphold our food system in the United States.
This is fantastic. It's fabulous, it's amazing, it's delicious, it's everything I could have wanted. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank Porchlight. Congratulations to the 39 other authors and teams and books that were listed as a part of 2024 Porchlight Best Business Books. I'd like to congratulate and acknowledge my co-author, our publisher, our literary agent, our publicist. Huge hat tip to my friends, my family, and everybody that brought me to you and to being a co-author for Micro Skills, Small Actions, Big Impact. Huge thank you.
It is such an honor to be selected as one of Porchlight's 40 best business books of 2024. Wow. What an honor and a surprise to be in such a great company of other authors who we know have poured their heart and souls into their books as well. Just a blessing. And we really want to thank everyone, so many people who have been behind us, supporting us along the way. Our agents at Park and Fine, our editors at Hanover Square, and our family and friends, as well as all of the people who have read the book and have commented on how it has impacted their life. All of that brings such value to us and reminds us that that community of people behind us is so important. So excited to meet everyone tonight and really, really thrilled to see all of this positive energy in one place.
I could not be more honored or grateful that Porchlight has recognized my book as one of the best business books of 2024. When I set out to write Unlearning Silence, I had two goals. The first was that people who had long been silenced would feel seen, known, and heard. The second goal was that well-intentioned leaders would stop silencing people. This book, this hope of solving for silence collectively will require all of us. And the recognition that unlearning silence is part of growth, professional development, and business is a key piece of that. Thank you.